Savelle Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. Today, I thought it'd be fun to do something different this week. I'm going to take you into an interview with, well, let me just say, you won't believe her body. She will inspire you to not only reach your fitness goals, but truly believe in your dreams. Why? Because they were given to you for a reason. You know, I heard this in prayer not too long ago. If it's in your heart, it's there for a reason. Did you hear me? If it's in your heart, it's there for a reason. So whatever your big, crazy, impossible looking dream is, it's there for a reason. And it's time to pursue it. In fact, you may have heard, because, you know, it's been going nuts on YouTube and Facebook, but this is something new I had never done before until this year, and it was an idea that just came about in prayer. I was praying one morning and thinking about how my message is teaching people to dream and how to achieve their life goals, and I just thought, how can I reach more people than ever before with the message of vision? I mean, 2020 messed up a lot of people's visions and goals, but I believe this year God is going to accelerate things for those who have a clear vision. So in prayer, I thought, well, the best response I get from people achieving their dreams is through my online vision board course. But many people can't afford the course. You know, it's anywhere from $97 to $397. So I thought, well, what's a number that everyone could afford? And the number 8 just came to me. I thought, the number 8 means new beginnings. That's it. So I told my team the next day, I said, I want us to use our online vision board course that people buy every day for $97. I said, I want us to give it for $8 to anyone and everyone who's ready to go after their dreams. My whole team said, I love it. Let's do it. And it has been reaching thousands and thousands of people. So, if you feel God is speaking to you that it's time for your new beginning, then don't miss this limited time offer where I'm practically giving away my best teaching on how to make your vision board, how to set your goals, all those things for only $8. Oh, and you're going to get 6 videos of me training you in this, plus you're going to get the ebook, Dream It, Pen It, Live It, along with the e-workbook, all of this for only $8. So, that sounds good. You know, this is just me obeying God, and that's why I'm doing this. So all you have to do to get yours and get started today is click the link in the description, and you are on your way to your best year ever. Oh, and real quick, would you do a favor for me? Would you please subscribe to our channel? You know, when you take a second to do this, it just lets me know that you want me to continue providing these weekly videos. So if you'll do that for me, I would appreciate it so much. It just sort of encourages me to keep going. So who are we interviewing today with this incredible body? Well, I was reading some of my DMs on Instagram not too long ago, and I saw that somebody sent me a video of their vision board, and it was a photo of a bodybuilder who was the previous Ms Olympia. Well, the woman who wrote me on Instagram had chopped off the winner's head, and she put her head on top, and she said, Terri, this is my vision. And I love that because I do the same thing. Not quite that buff, but I do the same thing. Well, the very next video she sent me was of her literally achieving her vision. Her name is Andrea Shaw, and she is the face of women's bodybuilding. She was named the 2020 Ms Olympia. Can you believe this? She envisioned it, she believed it, she put in the work, and she walked right to it. Now, I know most of us don't have a vision to be Ms Olympia, but we do want to lose some weight, get in better shape, get fit, healthy, wealthy, blessed, right? So if you have a dream that looks so hard, impossible, like it'll take forever, or even a dream that nobody believes you can do but you, I want you to watch this interview with Ms Olympia Andrea Shaw. Tell me about your vision board.
So I started my vision board with 2 scriptures. Isaiah 1:19, if you are willing and obedient, you'll eat the good of the land. And Matthew 19:26, the last half of the scripture, with God, all things are possible.
Love it.
So then from there, I started to put down, because now the Rising Phoenix show, I did that show in 2019, but I was very new to bodybuilding, so I was still trying to learn it. And I hadn't cut off that relationship that I should have cut off.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, if I'm going to be successful, I better get myself together. So I said, you know, this would be a good time for me to redeem myself. So I started getting pictures that they had posted of, there's a table and they usually put the trophies and the prize award checks on the table with the tiaras and the sashes. And I took that picture and I put it inside of the vision board. And I knew, I said, okay, even if they change, the trophy, this is still the goal. And then I put, for the Olympia, I took the Olympia logo and then I put that up with, there's a young lady who won for a different division. Her name was Shanique. I actually love her look. She's beautiful. But I caught a picture of her with the gold Olympia medal on doing one of my favorite poses. So I took her picture, put my head on top, and then I took a larger image of the gold medal and I put that on the board as well. And so that was kind of like what I had to, and then I finally ended with 3 of my credit cards. I took the balance that was owed on them, put it in like a grid, like it's a picture grid. And I put that on there because that became a part of my why, right? I wanted to, get myself out of that credit card debt. And I put, balance equals 0. Even though I knew what the amounts were, I just wanted to see the 0 on there. Yeah. So those were the things that had to be on my vision board for last year. And checked them all off.
You checked them all off?
All off. Yes.
Oh my goodness. So let me ask you this. How did you stay focused on that? Like, how did you keep that dream alive? Were you looking at the vision board consistently or speaking to it or?
Yeah, all of the above. So I started my mornings by looking at it because I keep it in my bedroom. That way, before I go to bed, I can look at it, or if I'm feeling, when I wake up, like I need a little more oomph, I'll look at it. But I had a couple of unique things that I did. So I set a few alarms that would go off in my phone for my calendar. And so the declarations that I wanted to speak were there at, a certain time to go off. And I would just repeat them every day. I am the #1 female bodybuilder in the world. I'm out of debt. My needs are met and I have plenty more provision put up in store. I have perfect symmetry, posing, clarity, overall muscularity that wins me the titles of Miss Rising Phoenix and Miss Olympia 2020. And I would just say it over and over and over again. I mean, and I had, moments where I was feeling like I needed to just say it before the alarm went off. I would just say it. And, I would just definitely keep it before me. So I created a picture that I would keep in my phone of the vision board that I also could have for when I'm doing cardio, right before I'm lifting, if I just need a little bit of extra oomph to push me and keep me going. And then probably the last 4 months, because I got a call in September and I had a full-time salary job, benefits. They did furlough me for a little while. And by every regard, I anticipated returning to work, but they terminated my job.
Oh, wow.
They terminated my job. So it was almost like I knew, and I cried a little bit, but I knew. I said, okay, I have to move forward on this because this is clearly an open door. There is no plan B.
Right.
I have to move into it. So that day, I knew. I said, okay, #1, I got to sow some seed, and then I got to keep going. So that became, kind of my routine of staying focused. Look at the vision board. If I'm away from the vision board, look at the phone and make those declarations.
Girl, you do everything I preach, don't you?
Yes, to the letter.
And it's working.
Because it works.
I mean, sow and seed. Because, a lot of people, they miss that part. They don't sow seed for their dreams. But I always say every dream I've ever achieved, I've sown a seed for it.
Yeah. And the one thing that God always honors is, covenant. Yeah. It's a part of our covenant, right? Because we have to sow seed to see the kingdom manifest. Yeah. Every success we have is, to me, a manifestation of the kingdom. Yeah. And we have to be able to be discerning of the time, I think, of when to sow and when to partner, because that's key, knowing the season and the time. So, praying too. So I started to add that as part of my declaration. God gives the wisdom for when and where and how much to sow, because that way, you're following as you should. And sometimes if I thought I heard one number, I'm like, okay, well, let's just add a little extra just to keep it covered, because the seeds always bring a harvest. Always. So it's written that way.
Yes. And I love hearing that you understand the power of words. that if you want to know where your life is headed, listen to what's coming out of your mouth. And you
Yeah.
literally spoke that into existence.
Yeah. The hard part is trying to get other people to see it.
Yeah.
So sometimes, when I'm trying to, encourage others, trying to help them to change the language, that takes time.
It does.
And, that part, I really see it now. After you've practiced it this way, you really become so much more attuned to hearing the negative when it comes out of other people's mouths. And it's not that you want to shun them, but, you want to try to correct them with love.
Yeah.
And make gentle suggestions. I like to say it's a gentle suggestion. Can we maybe say this instead of that? And you try to see, if you can help people to turn it around. But the words are everything.
They are.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard me say this on YouTube, but just practicing saying after every phrase, saying that's just the way I want it.
Yes.
So if
yes.
some of your clients or people who are wanting to lose weight, they're saying, I just have the worst metabolism and that's just the way I want it. Or I just never have any energy. I could never be disciplined. And that's just the way I want it. If it's not
they'll look at you and say, they don't want that.
No, they don't. So don't speak it.
Right.
That's a good way to help you,
I've heard you say it, but now I'm going to implement.
Yeah. I think your clients will like that one,
Yeah. And that kind of does the speaking for me without saying too much.
Right, exactly. So let me ask you about doubters around you. Like for your dream of winning Ms Olympia, I'm sure you had people laughing at your dream, speaking negatively. How did you handle that?
I had to ignore them. A little tiny piece of me, because I had one coach in particular who, he has had some competitors to do well, to tell me, right to my face, well, I think you could win it in a couple years. And I was a little ticked off, but I just looked at him and I said, no, maybe you just don't understand. I'm not going to be on that kind of program. I'm going to win. And so I just left it at that. But this was back in 2019. So I just had to find ways to just ignore it. So I was getting messages from people who, genuinely care, oh, once you get some more mature muscle, you'll be able to win it. And then they told me about, you're going up against veterans, it's kind of like the spies that spied out the land. Oh, the land is big. There's giants out there. Okay.
Yours really was giants.
They really were giants. And you know what I told myself? This became a part of my declarations. Let us go up at once and take it. Let us go up at once and take it.
You are well able.
That's right. That's right.
And you did.
I did. And I truly believe it was because of mostly what I allowed myself to speak.
Wow. You are living proof.
Truly. And I didn't go around bragging and boasting to people, but, when it came to people within my circle, and some other people that I knew I could trust, I would tell them, I'm going to win.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. So how'd you feel on your birthday when you were crowned Miss Olympia?
Amazing. Amazing. It was everything I knew would happen plus some. Because I knew after I won the first show, well, I really knew when God told me to get the house in order, right?
Yeah.
I knew. And I knew that, once I cut off that relationship that I needed to cut off, I knew that God and I were building trust.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'm going to give my very best. And I know, Lord, if I give you my best and I give my best effort towards this, you'll just bless the rest. Yeah. And I just let it unfold the way only he could do it. But yeah, it was amazing.
Even financially, you've been so blessed.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, my salary at my old job was only $41,000. And thank God, I never relied on the job. The job was just, a resource, not the source.
Right.
Yeah. So,
free. You got a car?
Yes, I got a brand new car.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing. And it's fast.
It's a fast car.
It's fast. Oh, it's really fast. Like really fast.
We are so proud of you.
Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
Oh my God.
I truly can't thank you enough.
Since I have Ms Olympia on air right now, can I just ask you just a couple fitness questions?
Absolutely.
I mean, You're the epitome, so I might as well go all the way to the top. So let me just ask you, what advice would you give to women who just like, they want to get in shape, but they're so overwhelmed with where to start? Like, what do you tell women? Like, what do they start with? Is it?
Let's start with something that's easy and manageable, just with 10 minutes.
I love that.
10 minutes. I like to always recommend 30, but if you don't even have 30, let's just start with 10 minutes.
I love it.
Okay, so 10 minutes of, if it's walking, I just need your body moving. We just need the body moving, at least moving. If you've been walking, okay, let's take it to the next level. Maybe we produce that to a jog before you progress to a run, but with small little steps.
Yeah.
Or if you're not looking to get as much cardio, maybe you're looking into toning. Okay, in 10 minutes, we're gonna set a timer, right? And you're gonna get breaks. So we'll take it 5 minutes. You're gonna do like 2.5-minute segments. So you get 2.5 minutes, do 2 exercises, just as much as you can do. That's it. Yeah. Take a 1-minute break, and then 2.5 more minutes, do another 2 exercises. So we try to do upper body, lower body, arms, and usually some sort of like calisthenics. You know, that way you can still keep a good rounded program. But yeah, I try to keep the ladies just engaged. Let's just use the time you do have. Everybody can find at least 10 minutes. We spend 10 minutes on social media.
Yeah.
Easy. So if you can structure it, give me 5 out of those 10 minutes. We'll build in some breaks or some rest times. You can give yourself that time to at least get started. And once you get consistent, and again, 10 minutes, one day, let's start with one day.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have, you're tied up, you got more than one job. Let's start with one day.
Well, let me ask you, is there any final encouragement you would give to people who have an impossible dream just like yours was at one time? How would you inspire people?
First, if there's a call to get your affairs in order, if you need to clean the bedroom, the garage, the house, get things in order. So, and start, if you need to start slow, start one room at a time, just like you mentioned, because the clearer you are in what you see, and the organization that you see, it brings peace. And I believe that when you have peace, you can hear from God much better. So for people who are still working, I mean, you know, that can be something that, again, you still can do. You just may have to do it at a different pace. But there's nothing that's too small or too big that can be done to secure that peace, because hearing from God is the most important thing. I mean, we have to have a vision. Yeah. So whatever that vision is, write it down. Write it down. Get to writing. Get something. Get a scratchbook. Get something. Yeah. Write down the things that you really, really want, and envision. I love how you said it. Envision. It's December 31st, and what would need to happen for you to say it was an amazing year? Yeah. And I mean that feeling. So you have to feel that feeling, and then write the story that needs to happen for you. From there needs to be research, right? So you got to research. Whether it's enrolling in a book club, or enrolling in, if you want to write a book, getting into a writing group. Yeah. There are little steps of faith that still need to be taken along the way. Right. So for each one of those things that you have written down, you know, I like to prioritize them, because some things have to come in succession to happen, right? So just like with me and the Olympia, I had to win the Omaha show to get to the Olympia. So I started my list with win the Omaha Pro, then the next one, then the next. So, you know, prioritize as needed, but make sure you're ready to write down the steps. There are definitely going to be steps, and there's going to be research on your part, and put a deadline on it. You know, I'm going to give myself the next 30 days to research as much as I can, or to ask as many questions as I can, get in as many forums as I can, to get the next few pieces to making this particular dream come true. So finding my posing coach. I mean, I've been watching her, but making that step of emailing her, that was one of my steps, you know, and one of my things on my list, get better at posing. Get better at presentation. So emailing her was step 1. Setting up my posing sessions with her and paying her, step 2.
Yeah, that was probably pushing you out of your comfort zone too.
Get comfortable being pushed outside of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
I mean, and it became like a mind game sometimes, even getting up for my late night cardio. Yeah. I had to get my feet on the floor, and I said, okay, I got to get out of here before my mind figures out what's going on. I got my vision board I can look at on the phone once I get to the gym. I just got to get there. So you have to be ready to ask yourself, okay, what do I need to do that's going to push me outside of what's comfortable? Because you have to go from being at a place of comfort, right, to discomfort in order to get to greater comfort. So that's just the way the progression goes. So you got to get out of the comfort zone and ask yourself. So I ask myself sometimes, okay, I got a treadmill at home in the basement. It's comfortable, but what's going to make me get the best workout and the best cardio? I'm going to go to this gym. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to put these clothes on. It's not comfortable, but I want to win. I want to see this dream come true, and I got to get moving. I got to get moving. And you just say a quick prayer. All right, Lord, see me there, and get on your way. Don't think twice about it. Do what you got to do, because you know what makes you uncomfortable. Right. You know what's going to make you give that extra little bit of 5% that you wouldn't give if you were to kind of fall back and say, not today or not tomorrow. Yeah, maybe next week, or you just kind of let it slide, and those little regressions, they start to add up, because if you slack and compromise on the one thing, you possibly will do it elsewhere, right? The way you do any one thing is how you do everything.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And you definitely have to hold yourself accountable to the list.
Yeah.
Okay. And I sometimes on a weekly basis, I will write down, I'm going to this gym on this day to do this workout, because I know that when I go there, I'm going to be forced to do what I set out to do once I get through the door. Yeah. So you have to be ready to do that.
That's so good. I love that you write everything down.
And of course, the last part, once you get the steps down, you got the plan, you started taking some action, sow a seed. You have to sow a seed. Let's just be honest, right? For people who need more, what you have isn't enough. So you might as well sow.
Right. Exactly.
You might as well sow.
Exactly. My dad says it doesn't meet your needs, so turn it into seed.
Exactly. And Bill Winston says, that little bit you got, you're not gonna miss it much anyway. Because if you already don't have enough, then hey, just do like the lady with the 2 mice, just throw it in.
Throw it. And God always honors it. Wow.
Always.
Andrea, can we close out with is that a jacket you have on?
It is.
Would you take
you
it
want
off
some muscle shots?
Yeah. I was going to show you mine because I have on long sleeves, so I thought I would just show you mine.
But I love houndstooth. Oh.
I don't want to show off, but that's what I look like under here. So, oh my God.
But I love the houndstooth. That is one of my favorites.
Okay. Look at
now, I've been eating a little bit.
Oh, good Lord. You are amazing. Look at the flex. So I hope you enjoyed my interview with Andrea Shaw. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. And I want to remind you, be sure and get your online vision board course for only $8 while this offer lasts. So just click the link in the description to get started today. And don't forget, I'm cheering you on to live your dreams. Hey YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and to get more inspirational content, click one of these videos right here. And remember, I'm cheering you on to live your dreams.